Lesson 2. Input and Output Devices. Chapter Outline. Input devices, output devices. Our computer teacher was telling about the terms input and output, but I was called by our class teacher for a competition I am participating in. So I missed that part. Can you tell me what do these terms mean? Sure, Hero, why not? And she was also saying that after this I will tell you about different devices that can be connected to a computer for input and output. Yes, dear. I will explain all about the concept and devices used for input and output. Input devices. The computer processes raw data that you input into a more meaningful form called information. The raw facts and figures that you enter into it is called input. The piece of hardware you use to enter data into the computer is called an input device. Some common input devices are keyboard. Keyboard is used to type data, access menus, use keyboard shortcuts, play games, and do a lot of other tasks. The word key in keyboard refers to the buttons present on it. Most keyboards have between 80 to 110 keys, including letter keys from A, B, C to Z, number keys from 0, 1, 2 to 9, function keys from F1, F2, F3 to F12, control keys like Control, Shift and Alt. Special character keys. In the most commonly used keyboard called the QWERTY, QWERTY type keyboard, the letters Q, W, E, R, T, Y make the first row of letters just as used in typewriters. Due to the arrangement of letters, a skilled typist can use a keyboard to enter data very quickly. Long use of the keyboard causes strain on the user's hands, especially wrists. To lessen the strain, ergonomic keyboards have been developed that put the hands in a more comfortable and natural position than the ordinary keyboard. Mouse. A mouse is a popular input device. It is called a mouse because of its shape, size, and a tail-like cable. A mouse is also called a pointing device as it allows you to point to images on the screen and select and click items instead of typing commands. A mouse has 2 or 3 buttons. These are the right button and the left button. Both the buttons have different tasks. Left-clicking a mouse lets you select a menu item or place the mouse pointer at a certain position on the screen. Right-clicking usually opens a shortcut menu from which a menu item can be chosen. These days, optical mouse and wireless mouse are commonly used. An optical mouse uses a tiny camera to take 1,500 pictures every second. An optical mouse can be used on almost any surface. It has a small, red light emitting diode, LED, that bounces light off that surface onto a sensor. A wireless mouse is popular as it does not have to be connected to the computer by a cable. A wireless mouse uses radio frequency (RF) technology to communicate information to a computer. Trackball. A trackball is an upside-down mouse with a ball on top. You use a finger to roll the ball of a trackball. It does not need the surface of a table. Trackballs are found on portable computers as their users are short of space and may face difficulty in finding a smooth surface to move the mouse on. Joystick. A joystick is an input device which is popular with people who love gaming. It has a rod that sticks out from the main mechanism. The user holds the rod in the hand and moves it backward and forward and left and right. In any direction, it is used to draw, select menus, and play games. A joystick signals the direction of movement to the computer. Touchpad. A touchpad is an input device usually found on a laptop computer. It is used in place of a mouse. Users drag their fingers on the pad. When the fingers are dragged, the sensors underneath detect the direction of movement and speed. Also, there are two buttons on the side of the touchpad. They behave like the left and right mouse buttons. Touchscreen. A touchscreen is an easy-to-use input device. The user touches the video display screen of the device in response to prompts on the screen. The computer reads in the responses of the user, takes them as input, and acts on them. People who are not familiar with computers find it easy to use touchscreens, which is why they are often used in public places such as banks, airports, information centers, exhibitions, etc. Light pen. A light pen looks like a writing pen. It is like touchscreen in the sense that it is used when the user has to select responses to screen prompts. Light pens do not generate any light. Rather, they sense the presence of light generated by the computer screen. It consists of a light sensor and usually a push button. When activated, it sends a signal back to the computer that whether or not light is sensed by it. Digital camera. With a digital camera, you can shoot photographs and record them on storage present in the camera. The storage in a digital camera is usually a memory card or a memory stick. The images can be downloaded from the camera storage onto a computer and then printed, stored, or manipulated with photo editing software. The quality of photographs shot depends on the number of pixels of the camera. Most digital cameras these days come in the range of 4 to 12 megapixels. Megapixel means millions of pixels in the image. More the number of pixels, better is the quality of photographs. Digital cameras have almost replaced the traditional camera as there is no film roll needed with it, and hence no developing costs to be incurred. Scanner. Scanners are used to enter images of text, drawings, and photographs and store them in the computer as electronic files. Any image which is scanned by the scanner and saved in the computer can be included in any electronic document. There are two types of scanners: handheld scanners and flatbed scanners. Handheld scanners are smaller in size than flatbed scanners and are held in hand and moved against the document to be scanned. They are usually used in supermarkets to read barcodes written on item packs. Flatbed scanners are more popular. They are used to scan larger images. The sheet of text or picture is placed on the scanner that reads the whole page at a time. Barcode reader. When you shop at a supermarket, you select things and take them to the cashier. The cashier don't need to type the item code and other details. He or she simply rolls a device against the thick and thin stripes printed on the packing of the items. The thick and thin lines called barcodes. This barcode contains the item name, item code, price, etc. in a coded form. The device used to read barcodes is called a barcode reader. Microphone. A microphone is used to input sound into a computer. The sound is entered through a microphone. Electrical signals corresponding to sound are transmitted to the computer. The sound can be stored in the computer as a file and can be used in any document in the computer. MICR, Magnetic Ink Character Reader. MICR reads characters printed at the bottom of checks. Important information like the branch code, city code, etc. is all etched at the bottom of each check. With MICR, a user can quickly read a large number of checks and enter information into a computer. It is used by banks to confirm whether the checks are genuine or not. Output devices. Output refers to the results that the computer gives after processing data. Output device is a piece of hardware used to present the output generated by the computer to the user. Some common output devices are the monitor, printer, plotter, and speakers. Monitor or Visual Display Unit (VDU). The monitor is the most common output device that displays the output on a screen that looks like a television. The output displayed by the monitor is called the soft copy. 15-inch and 17-inch monitors are the most common ones. The display screen of the monitor is divided into tiny dots called picture elements or pixels. More the number of pixels on a screen, better is the quality of its display. Printers. Sometimes you need a printed copy of the information seen on screen or present on a CD or pen drive. You use a printer for this. Next to monitors, printers are one of the most common output devices. The output generated by a printer on paper is called hard copy. Printers are categorized into impact and non-impact printers. If the printhead comes in contact with the paper, the printer is called an impact printer. If it doesn't, it is called a non-impact printer. Plotters. Plotter is an output device that prints blueprints, large maps, and charts, etc. They are used extensively in the drafting field by architects, engineers, etc. They are of two types, flatbed and drum. A flatbed plotter draws with an arm that moves to the left or right and a pen holder that moves from top to bottom or vice versa. A drum plotter uses rolls of paper instead of sheets. The paper is wrapped around a rotating drum and is anchored at both ends. The paper moves past a set of pens and printing is done. Speakers. Speakers are output devices that enable you to hear sound from the computer. A computer normally has a pair of speakers. Smart Connect. All computers have ports. A port is a specialized outlet on a piece of equipment to which a plug or cable connects. These include separate ports for keyboard, mouse, printer, scanner, modems, and a number of USB ports for connecting devices. USB ports can be used to connect computer peripherals such as mouse devices, keyboards, PDAs, gamepads, joysticks, scanners, digital cameras, printers, personal media players, and flash drives.